many years since Ready to Live. Okay, we know you had the mixtape Still Living, and then the record label signing with Exist. How has it been? How has the journey been since then? And how did you hook up with Exist? Stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, after I put out Ready to Live, I did a mixtape, a free mixtape called Still Living.
Yeah.
And it's been a few years since I put out Still Living. I did want to put out an album immediately afterwards, but basically I guess it just wasn't God's timing, because it just seemed like a lot of things changed during that time between the mixtape and the album. I'm no longer with the same label or management. I had issues with producers I was working with.
Yeah.
I just wasn't getting, music delivered, and so it just seemed a lot of things.
Okay.
So so there was a lot of things that kind of went wrong. Really, it made it really difficult. So it took a lot longer than I'd hoped. It took about 6 months to all come together, really.
Okay.
Whereas it was about 2 years before that I was trying to make the album happen. It wasn't happening. But literally, when I just relaxed and said, okay, you know what? Let me not try and force this. If it ain't God's time, let me just roll with what is, on my plate. And that was family, my local church. And I made that my focus. And when I did that, it's like the music just started to come together.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So was that already when you were with Exist, or still you were working on it before?
Yeah. So the Exist situation came pretty much straight after Still Living dropped.
Okay.
Yeah, but it obviously it was a new relationship, so it took a little bit of time for us to just kind of work out some kinks. Obviously, they're based in the States. I'm based in the UK.
Okay.
But I went over there to do a lot of the recording, which was a really good lick.
Okay.
And it took about 6 months, after us connecting and really getting together to make the thing happen, man.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So tell us more about Heads Up, because that's what we all want to know. Heads Up, the idea, the concept, vision, and purpose.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny because the two things I knew before I even did the album is, one, I was going to call it Heads Up, and two, I wasn't going to show my face on the cover. And the funny thing was, I wasn't exactly sure as to why those two things, but I just felt very strongly about it. Okay. And I guess the title Heads Up, it illustrates a few different things. The sense of encouragement, keeping your head up. The song where it says, I lift my eyes to the hills from whence comes my help.
Yeah.
And there's that type of theme to a lot of the songs. Also, there's the heads up, like, when someone wants to give you some important information, they say, I'll give you the heads up on something.
Yeah.
So I wanted this to be the kind of project that would both enlighten the unbeliever and, give them the heads up on the truth of God. But then also it'll be like a tool that believers can roll with to say, you know what, maybe they ain't got the boldness to share their faith with their work colleague or their unsafe friend or something, but they could at least give them the CD and say, here, there's the heads up kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Giving the world a heads up on the eternal truths. So yeah, I guess it has both those connotations. And then on the cover, I'm wearing a box and the arrows are pointing down, like the arrows only point up, saying this way up. It's kind of a way of saying, the way up actually for the believer is the way down. It says that if you humble yourself down, God will exalt you and lift you up. So,
Wow. That's a pretty amazing explanation about the cover.
But at the same time, it's open to interpretation. If you looked at it and got, different people have commented different things they got from it, and there's no conclusive answer. I wanted to just do a cover that makes people think,
Yeah.
And so I don't, I could have gone for a cover with, just a nice airbrushed picture of my face with a fresh fade or whatever. But I think having the box on my head is a statement of humility, and it's a statement of me decreasing and him increasing.
Wow, that's cool. That's John 3:30, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. So who is this album written for? Who had you in mind? as you were writing this album? Who had you in mind?
Well, I kind of work on the same premise that Jesus did when he said, "Whoever has ears to hear, let him hear."
Yeah.
And obviously, he's not talking about physical ears because everyone has physical ears, but those who have a hunger for something more, something deeper. You know, I appreciate there are some people that will hear it and be like, "Nah, I just want to hear about, you know, partying, getting drunk, getting high, whatever. I want to hear about just the here and now, me getting rich or whatever." But there are some people who want something deeper. They want something more. They realize that, you know, a lot of that stuff doesn't satisfy. And so this album is dedicated to those people, really. It's really going out to those who have ears to hear, you know, the truths of God. And that could be someone who's, you know, just on the fringe, interested. You know what? I've got some questions that need answering. Let me plug in. Or that could be someone who's, you know, further down the line in the faith, who needs encouragement and support. It's neither to you know, the world or the church. It's just for everyone who can understand what I'm saying and it feels relevant to them. You know.
Okay.
Because I share life experiences on there as well. You know what I mean? Some of my life experiences, and some people will relate to it, some won't. You know, but whoever can, you know what I mean?
Okay.
They'll get it.
Oh, that's awesome. And then Heads Up has features all over. Some of our favorite artists are on it, and we're like, what? Track from track to track to track. So okay, so Ready to Live, not much features. Heads Up features. Okay, that's just a side track. Do you want to give a comment about that?
Yeah, I mean, you know, as I've kind of grown as an artist, you know, I have an appreciation for what other artists do as well. You know, all the artists that are on there, and they're not on there to just bring attention or just, you know, for having them there. They're there because I think they add something to the song, and they're artists who I really respect and appreciate their craft. And they're people that, you know, a lot of them anyway, are people that, you know, I have a lot of respect for and have good relationships with. So yeah, it just seems right really for every feature that's on there. I'm really happy with.
Okay.
And I think at the same time, although there's a lot of features on there, I think you can listen to it and you hear me.
Yeah,
like
true.
You hear my heart.
Very true.
You know?
True. That's totally true. Yeah. Okay. So all these guys, Jadi Lames, T-Mob, S.O., J.R., Gabna B, Sean Simmons, Dwayne Triumph, Christian Grey, blah blah blah. I mean, how has it been working? How has it been for you working with these guys? Because they are different artists. You know, so how has it been?
Yeah, nice. It's been an honor really, because they're all artists who, as I said, I really respect.
Yeah.
And some of them it's the first time. You know, for people like Governor, I've collabed with Governor, you know, many times, and
true.
And but there are other artists who it's the first time I've, you know, connected with them. So it was a real privilege. And you know, I think each artist kind of brings something different to the table, and I think, you know, I love diversity. I think one of the beautiful things, you know, where I come from in the UK is that, you know, we're very diverse culturally.
Okay.
And so I kind of wanted to bring that to the album, that there was that diversity.
Yeah.
That people could hear me going back to back with different artists from different genres, with different styles.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? See how it all works together.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm really sorry I keep referring to Ready to Live, but on this album,
that's right.
On this album, They Don't Know, the track you did with Maxi Priest, comes out as a leading track for me on the album. And reminds me of In My Neighborhood, Ready to Live. I don't know. Okay, so to you, what track stands out for you on the album, and why?
That's a difficult question to answer, because different songs will stand out at different times for different reasons. Do you know what I mean? It's like one day one song just seems really relevant, and then, you know, just a change of weather or atmosphere, whatever, and another song, you know, the mood kind of strikes me. So I can only say what song is kind of speaking to me right now.
Okay.
And I'm really appreciating right now, and that would be, I think, Round and Round
Oh,
Um, yeah, yeah,
cool.
yeah. That's quite a personal song, and I think just I don't generally listen. I'm listening to my stuff a lot now because I'm trying to learn it.
Okay.
Because a lot of it, I recorded it in the studio and then just wrote it there. So I'm trying to learn it myself.
Okay.
But I found myself listening back to that and feeling like, no, you know what, that really communicates how I felt, and I think that some people can listen to that. And if they're from similar backgrounds as I am, I think they can really relate to that and be encouraged.
Okay. All right, that's awesome. That's awesome. So, this one is one of the most important questions we wanted to ask Maxi Priest. That caught us a surprise. We all along had not known that you guys had a connection. He's your uncle, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So when the song came through, they don't know the video. And then we got to find out he's actually your uncle. We're like, what? So everyone down here was amazed, was excited. So yeah. So how deep has the musical influence from Maxi Priest? How has it been between the two of you?
Yeah. I mean, it goes way back when I he was probably my first kind of influence to take music seriously. Not just through conversations that we'd had, but just through seeing his example. And seeing how successful, he'd been, and just how talented he is as an artist, I really respect him as an artist.
He's been doing music since I was born, 1986.
Yeah. And he's still doing it now. He's still touring, still making albums. He's an incredible artist. So doing a song with him was a real privilege. And I didn't want to just do one just because, I had that relationship, and I've never used that as like an angle to try and make, get in, like name drop or whatever.
Yeah.
But I wanted it to be natural that there was a song that was apparent to us both. And that, came at a time that we had a family member murdered not so long ago. Okay. And, doing a song that speaks on the issues, that we face in so many urban communities, seemed just apparent for both of us and relevant for both of us.
Yeah.
The music is definitely an important part of it. That it's of a standard that can, as I said, kind of go past, just what's hot right now, but it's something you can play, months from now, a year from now, so on. So really good quality music, but then as well, I think one of the things that you'll get with my music is the high level of content. Content that deals with real issues, content that points and towards God, content as far as like just rhyming and wordplay and metaphors and stuff like that. I love the culture. That's the stuff I grew up on. So I always try to make my stuff interesting with that stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and it obviously features as well. This project I've been able to feature a lot of really, really cool artists. So you'll get that as well on the new project.
Yeah, for sure. That's evident straight from the first track to the last track. I mean, it's full of fire. We're liking it.
I appreciate it, man.
Okay, and then so what next after Heads Up?
Well, next, I mean, I really want to tour with this project. I retraced a lot of the steps I've made earlier this year. I had the opportunity to tour several continents through Africa, and I want to come back out there. I want to hit Uganda. One of the two places I didn't get to go to that I really want to go to is actually Uganda. And although we went to Nigeria, we went to Abuja, which is amazing. We really want to go to Lagos and then also Ghana. So that's on my list.
Wow, okay. Uganda will definitely love to have you around.
Yeah, man. So we're trying to make that happen, man.
Okay, that's so cool. Now talking about some other issues. So we have Jahaziel, the artist. Then we have Jahaziel, the husband. And then Jahaziel, the ordinary guy you meet on the street.
Yeah.
So, what's the balance? How does it be for you to how does it feel
Yeah.
to live a
Yeah.
life of the man on the mic, and you have to live what you speak on the mic,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then you have
Yeah, I mean,
family. So how is it? How's the balance?
Yeah, I guess, they're all of my responsibilities, all the different gifts and talents I have are all different fruit of the same tree. And essentially, to God, I'm just, I'm His son, and that's that's my standpoint. That's where I live. The things that I do don't define who I am. You know what I'm saying? They're just things that I do. So I'm never much more than just a man trying to be obedient, trying to hold down my responsibilities, trying to be faithful to God. And I share that in my music. I share that in my work. I share that with my wife, my daughter. So, that for me, I guess the key is not getting gassed up on people's impressions of you, because people can have quite high impressions of you because they hear you on the music and stuff and they're really inspired by you, and that's cool. But at the same time, don't put me on a pedestal. Like, I'm going through the same stuff you're going through. I'm just a man just like you are, do you know what I mean? And so, I guess for me it's just keeping the balance is just by not getting inflated by by the awards or the attention that you get.
Yeah, sure. Okay, that's awesome. Well, there's been this question that has been keeping on coming in and coming in and coming in. Christian rapper.
Yeah.
Well, really sorry, but I believe maybe
that's cool, man.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I mean, I think like the song, the intro I said is really my conclusion on the matter. I am a Christian who raps. I'm a rapper who's a Christian. I'm a Christian who's a Christian. I'm a rapper who's a rapper. Which one you choose to define is entirely up to you. But I don't necessarily think any of those titles conclusively describes ultimately who I am and what I do. So that's just a part of it, but yeah, I'm not really fussed. I prescribe to all of those, so that's how I see myself.
Okay, that's cool. One of our teammates asked that you give a comment on Vessels of Honor.
Yeah, and that's hopefully what I try to address on that song.
Yeah, true.
Is just people's definitions, and it's nothing new. Jesus went through the same thing. There was a time when he asked Peter, who do men say I am, and they're like, oh, some say you're Elijah, some say you're John the Baptist, and Jesus didn't flip out, be like, oh no, I'm not. That's not me. You got to go and tell them that I'm not that. It's like, let them think what they, it's up to them. Some people will get it, some people won't. That's just the reality.
Yeah.
And a vessel of honor is a definition that I see in the scriptures that I liked, and I feel like it relates to me. It's in I think it's 2 Timothy, where it says that in a great house there's some vessels to honor and some for dishonor. If we allow him to clean us up and send us out, we'll use us as vessels of honor.
Yeah, true. Okay. Anything for the young and upcoming artists?
Well, do I have anything to say to them?
Yeah, exactly.
I guess what I was saying, and hopefully I speak to people that are passionate about the things that I'm passionate about, which is communicating God's truth. And I'd say keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah.
I was on the way here. I was going up an escalator.
Okay.
And I wanted to turn back to because I thought, oh, maybe I got on the wrong direction. But obviously I'm on the escalator. It's difficult to go back down. But life sometimes feels like you are on an escalator going down.
Yeah,
like
true.
just by nature, your flesh, the world's just trying to pull you down. And to go up a downward escalator is hard work. Like you gotta go against the grain, and it you know what I mean. You gotta push hard because everything. The culture and society is going back down that way, and you trying to go up. It's a difficult thing. Yeah. But it's funny because to go backwards, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to turn around. You just got to stop pushing.
Yeah, true.
That's all you got to do. and naturally you go down. I just want to encourage, you know what I mean, anyone who's listening, man, to keep pushing.
Yeah.
Don't take no for an answer, man. Like, pursue your God-given passions and dreams and your missions.
Yeah.
And just keep pushing, man. Keep pushing, because we will win.
Yeah, true. Amen to that. Okay, we just want to say thank you very much for honoring this time to having this interview with us. And
yeah, man. Thanks for having me, man. Hopefully I'll see you out there soon, man.
You
Uganda.
will.
Look out.
Most definitely.
Yeah, man. So heads up, it's on iTunes. Also, it'll be on Amazon if you want hard copies.
True.
If you're old school, you want an actual CD, you can get that on Amazon now.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Wait, one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
Can you please spit a verse about heads up?
About heads up. Yeah. All right. Yo, I'm just gonna spit the first verse that comes to mind. It's off a song called Better. Okay. Hopefully this encourages someone. Yo, see, this is more than just optimism. We in a war, I ain't ignoring the opposition, but despite the diagnosis that the doctor's given, I keep my hope in him, knowing that he's the top physician. Trust me, my God is still a healer. I'm trying to make you see it clear like a window cleaner. The Lord, we call him the King Redeemer, because Jesus chose to just like Missy and get rid of our misdemeanor. Plural, whether thought, word, or deed. That's whether you tripped over or for purposely. If you got the Spirit, quote these short words and agree. He that begun it will finish the Lord's work in me. Yeah, I ain't lying, it'd be ideal if while I'm praying for your sickness, I could see mine healed. Still, my firm stance won't change to he I kneel. Because if my circumstance won't change, at least I will. Yeah.
Whoa. You heard it, people. Jahaziel, Heads Up, is out in stores right now on iTunes, on Amazon. Go get your copy.